Top Floor Cars, Brenham, Texas. Hey, I am here with Carrina and Carlos. We're at Top Floor Cars in Brenham, Texas.
Yes, sir.
And when I stepped in here, just as I came in, they were selling a car. I'll show you in a minute. It's a 1958 Buick 54? A 54 Buick Century.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice car. So, very nice car. So, when did Top Floor Cars get started?
2018.
So about 6 or 7 years, and coming up on 7 years.
Coming up on 7 years.
And what was your original part in Top Floor Cars, Carlos?
Well, we started as business partners, Tony and myself.
And Tony is?
Tony is the owner now.
Right, and he is Carrina's dad,
Carrina's
right?
dad, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so Tony's not here today, but we wanted to go ahead and talk about Top Floor Cars a little bit. Hope to catch up to Tony someday and talk to him about how he became interested in automobiles, classic automobiles, how all this came about someday. But today I'd like to ask you that question, Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
Your earliest memory of liking cars.
My interest in cars.
Yeah.
I guess it started probably around 15 years old.
Yeah.
Is when I started more or less kind of getting into, fixing them up and making them look pretty and, you
Right.
know.
So what was the first car you ever had that was your car?
It was probably a 67 Ford Fairlane.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And because it was built, for that. And my dad bought it for me. Back in the day, I don't even remember. I guess I must have been about 15, 16, somewhere in there. But yeah, it was a fast car.
That was probably like a 289 maybe, something like that.
The engine?
Yeah.
No, it was hooked up to it was bored out. It was a 302. It had a 302 in it.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah, it wasn't
You
just
used to have, I remember those 302 Boss Mustangs, whatever, yeah.
yeah, it was bored out.
So Carrina, it's a different era, sort of, but what was your first car?
1979 Camaro.
Oh, because
Camaro
your dad liked
Z28,
cars,
yes.
so he wasn't getting you like an old beater, right?
No.
A 79 Camaro.
Yes, it was a blue one. It's still driving around Brenham today. But yeah, that was my first car.
I had a 1978 Z28, actually.
Oh, really?
A new one.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yours is probably like a classic car already when you got it.
It was a classic car. It's pretty. They bought it for me. My parents got it for me. And then I learned how to drive in that car. And then my dad would drive it around also because I was still learning. I had my permit. I didn't have my license yet, but I had my permit. And then I hadn't driven it by myself yet because I still had my permit. Then he noticed as he's driving it around, he gets a lot of attention. So people were waiting outside of the gas stations to ask who the owner was, to talk to the owner. And he didn't feel comfortable with me having that car because he felt like it's too much, too much attention for a teenage girl. So he was like, no, it's not gonna happen. I was too young. He'd have guys waiting outside to see.
How did you feel about you're losing your car?
Well, not too bad because they bought me a Mercedes after that. So. It wasn't so bad. It was okay, as long as I can get from point A to point B.
And it wasn't like you could never drive the Camaro either, right? Just it couldn't be your daily driver.
Well, he sold it.
Oh,
So.
I see.
So I couldn't drive it again.
He seems to kind of have a tendency to sell really nice cars, doesn't he?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess that's how he.
Yeah.
But then he buys more. But the inventory here, I understand some of it you all own and others you sell on consignment?
Yes.
Yeah. So if anybody has a really cool car and they're wanting to get rid of it, y'all can help them out. And they don't have to go to all the trouble of listing it and
Exactly.
all that.
We do all the legwork.
Do you do, does Top Floor Cars do any, like restoration or maintenance or, any kind of repairs?
Not really. No, we just buy and sell.
So y'all just, about the furthest y'all would take it maybe to detail them and have them looking really nice and clean, you know, for potential customers.
I mean, we have done it before because, you know, these are old cars, you never know what you get. So sometimes there is a need for that.
Yeah.
But it's not something, you know, like a major overhaul or anything like that.
Yeah.
No.
Might have to change a battery or something.
Oh, yeah.
around it, yeah.
Fuel pump,
Yeah.
water pump, you know, easy stuff.
So I've got some video here that I've taken about, there's a wall of pictures. I'm not gonna move the camera now, but I'll pop that into the video. What would you say is the most expensive or the rarest car that's up there on that wall?
Probably the most expensive?
That y'all have ever turned over?
I think it was a Corvette, wasn't it that red Corvette?
The red
Remember that,
Corvette.
the manual, the one with the manual transmission?
Was that the one we did that commercial for with the little red Corvette?
Yes.
Oh, that little red Corvette. That was a fun one.
Prince sang a song about that one.
Yeah, he did. I don't know where it's at exactly on the wall, but I think it was a red Corvette.
The little red Corvette. We had
I
so
think it
much
was.
fun. We had so much fun shooting video for that one. I'm ready to go. That one.
I don't really remember that one or the fair name.
Oh yeah, that was super
Carrina,
nice.
in your adult life, you've seen a lot of cars come through this place, huh?
Yes,
And
a
probably a
lot.
lot of other cars that your dad has had that never were here
Yes.
through the years. So of all those cars, if you could get one of them for Christmas this year, what would that be?
Honestly, probably my grandpa's truck right there. That's a family.
Really?
Family. Oh, but that truck is super nice. It was. We love that truck. It's a special truck for us. So.
So it's actually on the mural across the
Yes.
street, I understand.
Oh yeah, that was very. Like that just was like the stars aligned for that to happen.
Yeah, it's very cool. So it sounds like you're as much of a classic, not just a sports car or car girl. You're good with trucks too, huh?
Well, actually, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, Todd, I'm going to have to say I like to look at them, but driving them, I do have some issues with that. And parking them is also a little bit of a struggle.
Trucks?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a couple tries for me to park that truck.
And I had asked Carlos off camera about which vehicle here that he would take if he could have any of them, and it really surprised me. You said the
What did he say?
Bronco over there, right?
It was
Oh, that
probably,
Bronco.
it was, I don't remember when it was that you asked me, but I've changed my mind.
You're not allowed
Well,
to
you
change
have
your
that
mind.
prerogative. If you work here, you might change your mind every day
Yeah.
because there's a lot of really cool cars out there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So what would you choose today?
Today, I would probably choose, I think I would choose the 2008 Corvette,
Oh.
Okay.
which is right over there, the red one.
So I would choose the red Corvette too, but I would choose the one that's on the top.
The 74?
Yeah, 1974 Corvette Stingray.
I would do the 2008.
Y'all have a great location here. I mean, you're right next to downtown Brenham, kind of really on the edge of downtown Brenham.
I think it's still considered downtown Brenham.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
we're in the
so.
historic district. I'm pretty sure. I would say I don't know if I'd bet money on it, but I think I'm almost to the point where I would bet money on it. That we're in
We'll call it
Historic.
downtown.
Yeah.
Downtown Brenham, we're right here.
Yeah, I guess a unique thing about, being here is that it attracts a lot of people that are, that walk downtown and stuff like that,
Yeah,
that really don't expect a classic car dealership to be.
Yeah, we get a lot of foot traffic,
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
a lot of shops in downtown Brenham, and great places to eat,
Oh.
within
Yeah.
easy walking distance
So
for y'all.
good.
Mhm.
And then a lot of those people are, I hate to say it, but they're elder, they're like my age, a little older, and they're gonna have a greater appreciation for these type cars
Oh, yeah.
than the 20-somethings, typically.
Yeah, we do get a, younger crowd once in a while and stuff like that.
Taking
And,
photos.
I think it attracts, just the classic cars itself attracts, just a different crowd.
Well, what about this building itself? This is obviously an old traditional gas station, like a
Uh-huh.
full-service gas station.
Right.
Do y'all know anything about what this used to be, or have any pictures of it back in its heyday?
We don't have
We've
any
been trying to
pictures.
get some. It's been so hard to get pictures. We've
Yeah.
asked different places like museums and different. We've tried to get pictures of it. It's really on my dad's wish list.
I think I can help you with that.
Oh my gosh,
would
I
love
love
to.
that.
Yes.
That's something he's been wanting so bad because he likes to put the pictures on the wall. He's really big on like preserving the history.
Yes, I can tell.
He wants to preserve the
That- that
history, and he
shows.
wants to have a classic picture of it on the wall, but we haven't
Yeah.
had any luck getting it when it was back in his prime.
Yeah.
Well, this kind of building, was at one time the kind of gas station that I grew up with.
Oh, yeah.
This probably never happened to you, Karina, but you would pull into the gas station and the guy would come out and he'd start filling up ask you how much you wanted, say fill her up.
Mhm.
And if you filled up and didn't get like $2 worth, a lot of times you would get like a glass or a fly swatter or a little can opener or some kind of gift thing,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And they would, you get out, if you would exit your vehicle, they would vacuum
Oh, wow.
vacuum your floorboards, and they would pop the hood and check your transmission fluid and your
Wow,
oil.
That's cool.
They checked all the air in the tires. There was one full service gas station, and
Not no more.
you don't see that anymore. These days,
Not at all.
you serve your, you have to go pay in
Self-serve?
advance and
Pay for everything.
pump your own gas and check your own
Pay
oil.
for
Yeah,
everything.
Pretty much.
they would clean your windshield for you, scrub your
Wow.
windshield off for you.
I was born in the wrong era.
Well, I don't know. So I heard somebody say the other day that like my age, they felt really old because one of their students referred to heard something about 1990, and they called it the late 19th century. No, the late 20th century. Instead of the 1990s.
Yeah,
and
that's
we're getting
not-
to that thing.
I
like-
know. You're making me feel old now.
Yeah. Okay, hey, I want to thank y'all so much for taking the time to do this. And I've got some video of all the cars that you have in inventory now. And I'll include those in this video. And I appreciate it. Karina,
Thank
Carlos,
you, Todd.
you're
Well,
wonderful.
appreciate you. Thank you for.
Thank you for
Spotlight.
including us.
I think Brenham is lucky to have top floor cars, and I'm lucky to have met y'all.
Aw. Well, we are lucky to have met you, and I love your YouTube channel.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe to
Yeah.
Todd's YouTube channel and give a 2 thumbs up and a comment.
That's
Like,
right.
comment, subscribe.
Yes, like, comment, and subscribe to see where else Todd goes.
Yeah.
That is a 1979 Ford F-150.
What you think about that, Willis?
Got a little thump thump. I love the thump thump in this one. Not only the blue one, has this one right now.
And that is a 1946 Chevy Custom. Beautiful car. Oh, look at that interior. That's plush. Very nice. And that is the 2008 Corvette. Beautiful red car. And we have another red Corvette right above it. And that is the 1974 Corvette Stingray. Oh, I'd like to own that car. That'd be great for cruising around town on a Sunday afternoon with the top down. That is a 1954 Buick Century. That's a cruiser right there. Very nice. We all know what that is. That is a 1957 Chevy Bel Air. 57 Chevy. I have looked at this car a couple of times. The interior of this car is clean. I mean, it is super nice. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? Wouldn't you like to own that? Yep. Somebody buy me this car. It would make me happy. The heartbeat of America, Chevrolet. 57 Chevy Bel Air. That Bronco right there is in 1994. It's pretty new here, I believe. Don't think that was here the last time I was here. Let's have a discussion about this 1953 Jeep Willys. And I hear people all the time, including YouTubers that own them and do all kind of modifications to them and consider themselves Jeep people. And I will win the argument about whether it is called a Willys or a Willys. People call them Willys because it's spelled W-I-L-L-Y-S. So what is the ultimate proof? Well, if you search YouTube, you will find multiple examples of ads run by the company that manufactured and sold these vehicles, and you will hear in that video, in the advertisement, that they call it a Willys. It is a Willys, not a Willys. And what do we have here? This is that is called a 1954 Ford Mainline. You ever heard of the Mainline? 54 Ford Mainline. V8, baby. This is a 1991 Ford Bronco. Nice truck. Wouldn't mind owning that either. Actually, I would like to own each and every one of these automobiles. Let's go inside here. '66 Ford Fairlane 500. My mama had one of them. Actually, I don't think that's a 500. Yes, it is. 1966 Ford Fairlane 500 XL convertible. What a sweet ride. My mom had a 1966 Ford Fairlane 500, but it was not a convertible, and I think it had 3 on the tree, I'm not sure. 289. Looking pretty clean. People, that's a sweet ride right there. And over here we got another 57 Chevy. This is kind of a, I don't know what you'd call that, chartreuse? It's not a pure yellow car. It's a shade of yellow, yellowish green. It's a beautiful color. Interior looks really nice. Looks like we got 4 on the floor, or maybe 3 on the floor. I don't know. It's a hardtop. This is also a Bel Air. Very nice car. Very nice.